I'm Jala Kader, and this is Buckingham News at 5. Following numerous noise complaints, local bar 13 High Street recently underwent an investigation by the Environment Health Agency and was on notice for having its license revoked. Leandra Behrens has the story.
Whilst usually in the spotlight for its vibrant events, the local bar 13 High Street is now under local scrutiny in response to excessive noise complaints and the establishment's recent exploitation of a temporary events notice. Last November, at a neighborhood action group meeting, 13 High Street was on notice for having its license revoked. Between January and November 2013, there were 60 telephone complaints and 8 crime reports within the proximity of 13 High Street and other local bar, The Whale. For those living across the street from 13, the noise was becoming a nightly disruption.
You lie down in the bed and you can just hear this low thumping noise, and that's obviously the music coming from the pub.
Following a series of lively summer events, the issue only intensified in the community. Could you tell us about the complaints your establishment has received concerning excessive noise?
In summer we did a couple of outdoor events on the terrace, so obviously we've got that large kind of decked area, and we had sort of some pretty high volume, loud events, one in particular which was around July last year. We were licensed till 3 o'clock, and we're normally only licensed till 1. It was all permitted by the police and licensing authorities, and we ran the event. About 2 a.m. in the morning, we pulled the plug on it because it was too loud. It really was too loud for the neighbours, and I think that sort of kick-started a bit of bad will, if you like, amongst some of the local residents towards us, and there was a sea of complaints off that.
Licensing Services Manager at the AVDC, Peter Seal, gave the following statement. The Council's Environmental Health Department served a noise abatement notice on the premises last year following complaints from local residents. The effect of the notice is for the proprietor of a business to abate the nuisance previously caused to local residents. To date, the notice has not been breached, although the premises continue to be monitored. 13 High Street's premises license has not been revoked. The police have not expressed any concerns of crime disorder arising from the premises, and the license at this time is not under threat. It appears that 13 High Street's license continues to be secure and that they are abiding by local noise standards. This is Leandra Behrens, Buckingham News.
A new social media craze is sweeping the nation, but at a cost. Calls have been made to end the internet phenomenon known as neck nominations. But what actually is it? Michael Pearson went to find out.
This may look like someone preparing for a night out, but actually it's the newest online video craze which is sweeping social media sites such as Facebook and YouTube across the world.
Neck nomination, as it's being called, is when you video yourself downing a pint of an alcoholic concoction like this.
The craze started in Australia, but due to the popularity has spread across the world. Is it harmless fun or something that could be life-threatening?
2 people in Northern Ireland have died after taking neck nomination risks. But is taking a pint of alcohol an immediate threat to life?
So if it was on its own, you're quickly downing a pint, then initially, if you look at it logically, it could affect the throat, and it can cause, in the beginning, sore throats. But it can put you at risk of, cancer of the throat because you're suddenly getting lots of toxic material hitting the back of the throat.
Buckingham, of course, is no different, with a number of students getting involved.
I don't think there's anything wrong with necking a pint. I think the problem comes when people tend to take it a bit overboard. I think the one I've seen, the guy does drugs and alcohol at the same time, which I think is just ridiculous. I think just do the minimum you can and kind of just stop there.
Although one man from South Africa has taken his nomination to a new meaning by offering the people of South Africa food and drink and nominating his friends to do the same.
Calls have been made to Facebook to close the site, but have refused to do so, which means the site will continue to run for some time. This is Michael Pearson reporting for Buckingham News.
Work began renovating the laundrettes over the university campus in January. However, it has taken much longer than first anticipated. Favour Gabriel has the story.
I'm here outside the Hunter Street Laundry, where work hasn't been completed yet. Students who regularly use the Hunter Street Laundry have to go all the way to Rennie Park to get their laundry done. Occupants of Helsham have been complaining of the same issue as their laundry hasn't been completed yet. The Hunter Street Laundry is due to open on Saturday, the 8th of February. However, many students have complained about the lack of notice given about the renovation.
It's been hectic and stressful for me because I have to go all the way to Burnley Park to do my laundry, and I have to take a taxi just to do my laundry because they should have done the repairs during the vacation. It's not reasonable at all.
At the Student Assembly for this term, several students raised the issues presented by the installation of the new laundry machines, with Pro-Vice Chancellor David Billington commenting that the laundry situation still needed some discussion.
We're installing state-of-the-art machines which enable you to buy your laundry credit and prepay, and because it's taking a little bit longer than we thought, all the machines are free until the laundry is fully operational.
The question still remains of why this work was not completed over the Christmas break, when other building projects were all done.
This is Favour Gabriel for Buckingham News.
In other news, on Tuesday 7th, the Student Assembly was held in the OTM. Student assemblies occur each term, providing students the opportunity to hear how each department has responded to student feedback, as well as the opportunity to meet with Student Union President Damien Wilson. After the staff talks, a question and answer session was held for students to voice their concerns. Town residents have become exasperated by continual damage to their cars and homes by passing delivery trucks and lorries. Many lorries, unequipped with industry-standard sat-navs, have found themselves trapped in the tight and winding streets of Buckingham. More signs have been made visible within the town as Transport for Buckingham attempts to increase awareness and improve the situation. Last term, a pregnant student was asked to leave her accommodation and was then given a list of estate agencies in town. Damien Wilson told us about the new plans in place for pregnant students' accommodation.
I do have a copy of the policy and I have been going over it, and I think the policy can be changed and modified to accommodate students a bit better.
Whilst heart conditions are something which are often associated with old age, younger generations can also be affected. Holly Knowles has the story.
17 to 35-year-olds at the University of Buckingham have been invited to attend a heart screening programme here at Buckingham Student Welfare Department. It was set up by Farah Hamid for Buckingham students, staff and their children. Her son, Shamil, attended the University of Buckingham but passed away due to an undiagnosed heart condition. Ms Hamid kindly agreed to give Buckingham News a Skype interview.
I just desperately need people to understand how important it is, to get screened. I mean, really, all the bereaved parents, all the cry people, moms and dads that we know, they just want this to become something that automatically happens to every young child. The age is coming down and down. I mean, when we lost Sharmal, they were talking then about 16 to 35-year-olds.
Over the Christmas holidays, a defibrillator has been installed in the OTM.
Well, defibrillators were installed, to my understanding, it's been an ongoing discussion between the administration and the Students' Union on health and safety aspects, basically improving the health and safety aspect of the university, making it safer for students.
How many people on the premises are qualified to use it?
It is a designated first aiders list of individuals within the university that are qualified first aiders, including members of the Student Union office staff, and they also are qualified to use those defibrillators. The list is available on the university intranet, but I will make it available on the Students Union website, hopefully at the end of the day.
The screenings are set to take place next Tuesday the 18th and Wednesday the 19th. To book an appointment, visit www.testmyheart.org. Holly Knowles for Buckingham News.
Now over to sports with Liv.
Thanks, Charlotte. Last weekend saw the annual Buckingham Big Day at Stadium MK. Students from the university took the opportunity to take part in the event. Alex Biddle has the story.
I'm here at Stadium MK where Milton Keynes Dons face Tranmere Rovers. Today the Dons celebrate the 4th Buckingham Big Day, and this year the university are involved more than ever.
The MK Dons have been working hard to maintain a close relationship with Buckingham, with discount ticket prices and events including a fans forum held by local side Buckingham Athletic. The university have also been involved in a number of areas, with Alexandra Assemi promoting the Music Society's production of Grease. Stefan Regulus and George Hatswell of the football team were asked to join directors in the executive box, and I was asked to write a match report on the game. Alexandra Assemi, who performed at half-time, didn't let her nerves get the better of her.
Oh my god, it was literally like jumping out of an airplane and skydiving. It was the same kind of rush. I'd never performed in front of that big of a crowd before. It was the most terrifying thing I've ever done, but it was awesome. You know, you get such a rush when you're done. You feel like you can do anything, so it was a really nice feeling.
Alexandra believes that the annual event has helped promote the music society within the university.
We just wanted to bring exposure to our musical, you know, just getting it out there and letting people know that the tickets are now on sale online on the Stowe School website. And originally it was actually going to be a group of us singing our opening song from Greece, but we didn't have enough mics. So Michael just threw me in there. He's like, okay, you're going to sing solo.
The game finished 1-0 to Tranmere, as Milton Keynes conceded a goal late in extra time.
So the 4th Buckingham Big Day was a huge success, and hopefully next year's will benefit the university in the same way. This is Alex Biddle, Buckingham News.
Project Street Life is a charity dedicated for providing a safe place for teenagers. In the past, University of Buckingham students have been heavily involved. Kevin Mulindwa has the story.
Project Street Life is a charity based in Buckingham which runs clubs on Thursdays and Friday evenings for the young people of Buckingham to come and visit. Various activities such as table tennis, table football, Nintendo Wii are available together with an opportunity to get to know one another in a safe environment. Project Street Life has seen well over 1,200 different young people come through its doors since it opened in 1999. Every 2 to 3 years, the core group of young people changes. As one moves up and out, another group moves in. The group dynamics within the project is a constant evolution as the group's characters are individual. As a charity, Project Street Life has made a vital contribution to the lives of all the young people who they've encountered during their existence. Kevin Mulindwa, Buckingham News.
Now back to the studio.
This week, some English literature students took a trip back in time to the 18th century, and they brought a long-forgotten play back to life. Jodie Hutchings reports.
No ordinary lecture took place in the Chandos building on Monday. Instead, students were asked to take part in a play reading of Susanna Centlivre's The Wonder.
The play, written in 1714, was one of the most popular 18th century comedies, but it and its author have long since been neglected. The Wonder is now, in fact, out of print, but Professor John Drew, in an attempt to revive the play, has provided copies of the original manuscript for a special play reading. The only known modern performance of the play occurred in 2007, and a copy is held in the Victoria and Albert Museum Theatre Archives. It is the first time the play has been performed in over 100 years.
Why do you think that this play has been overlooked for so long?
I think that the dramatist herself has been neglected. And there is a theory about the operations of culture that it generally only permits one of each minority kind sort of through into the public space, and normally, therefore, by that idea of what's called the cultural only, there would only be one 18th century female dramatist who's permitted, and that's Aphra Behn.
Do you think play readings are useful for the students?
Personally, I think it has to be, short of taking part in a full-scale production, kind of the next best thing to get close to the idea of a text as performance.
With such interesting learning techniques, is it any wonder that the English department is doing so well? This is Jodie Hutchings for Buckingham News.
Whether you're spending this year's Valentine's Day blissfully in love or tragically single, our very own English department commissioned a romantic poetry video for you all to share. We hope you enjoy it. Thank you for watching Buckingham News.
More than a catbird hates a cat, or a criminal hates a clue, or Al-Qaeda hates the United States. That's how much I love you.
I love you more than a duck can swim and more than a grapefruit squirts. I love you more than a gin rummy is a bore and more than a toothache hurts.
As a shipwrecked sailor hates the sea, or a juggler hates a shove. As a hostess detests unexpected guests. That's how much you I love.
I love you more than a wasp can sting, and more than the subway jerks. I love you as much as a beggar needs a crutch, and more than a hangnail irks.
I swear to you by the stars above and below, if such there be, as the High Court loathes perjurious oaths, that's how you're loved by me.